Hey yo guys, welcome back to Dodefy. So I'll be creating a new series based on creating your own brand and why it's important and just helping you creating your own brand from beginning till end. And yeah, so first of all, what is a brand and why is it important? So a brand is specifically what a person or company represents, either like basically their character or their tone and how they present to others. And this could be done like in a variety of ways. It could be done through designing or non-designing. So if you do it through designing, it's more like creating the specific typeface, like a specific font, specific colors, and specific overall design that is consistent throughout the whole brand. And it also could be um like non-design way where a brand is represented through voice and through the way they write articles, the way they they sound is another one. So basically branding is like super important because I believe many people are doing it right now and people are going to do it in the future, and that's going to increase, which by I think that those aren't predictions, that around like 20 years from now that a lot of people will have their own brand, they'll have their own products, they'll have their own everything. So like unlike before, like a company brand, they it was a lot less than it is now, but it's really increasing right now because everything's so much more accessible to all of us. So yeah. So if you create like your personal or business brand, it'll help you in a variety of ways, which will help you be unique, be different from others. It will help you be likable by others. And for example, like let's say you already like Nike and Nike's like your favorite brand, and you like how they represent themselves as a brand, and you like everything about Nike, so you end up buying from Nike, you end up getting sneakers, shirts, everything from Nike that you like. And that's basically how you want people to like you. You want people to get your product and people to basically know what your brand is. So yeah, so that's why I think branding is so important, because it's kind of like the beginning and the foundation. And also branding kind of like it changes over time. It doesn't really stay the same. So like your design could like change, your target audience could change, and like as you develop it, it's kind of like I would say like maybe clay. So as you're forming your brand, your clay model, and the more you're closer to finishing that model, the closer you are to finishing your brand. So yeah, your brand changes. So let it change, and you'll find out who you want to target and what your brand is going to represent. So it's okay, don't stress about it, don't worry about it, and let it be dynamic. So let's say I like for example, um, mine is Dudify. So I want people to uh, do do challenges and do uh, like the impossible. That's what it means, defy. And I want really people to do more than what they're used to, and I want people to challenge themselves. I want them to lose weight. I want them to get a new skill, get a different higher job, get anything basically that challenges them to try a little harder and succeed in getting it. So that represents my brand. And and the way I started it is by, first of all, you need a name. So a name is what you need. So I know there's a lot of names taken out, like being taken right now, and it's really hard to pick a name, I would say, because it took me like around a week to make Dudify. So really put some thought into it. Uh, get some a paper and pencil. Start writing like your words that you want to represent, and then start like mixing words, matching words, and start looking up words. And I'll show you on the computer. Let's head into the computer so I can show you more of how to do it. So let's go onto the computer. So let's say you found a good name. So like let's say um here we're gonna use GoDaddy. So this is a really cool um a cool domain hosting. I don't really use GoDaddy, but it's really cool that provides like how much the domains are. And also Google Domains is another one that provides you with the domain name. So like what is a domain name? So the domain name is basically like .com, .shop, .online, .life, .global. Basically the extension for the ending of your name of your website. Usually you want to aim for .com, but we're growing to having a lot more extensions. So like before, like 10 years ago, there was no like like club and care. So like now it's a lot more different, and hosting sites are expanding on their extension names. So here, this is the one that I would really recommend. It's called domain name value and appraisal. So how much is your domain worth? So basically this is what I use for figuring out my name. So like let's say I make up a name and then it's called um, Zumas, and then so Zumas right off the bat, it tells you that its estimated value is 1659. So that's not that bad, but it's not the worst and it's not the best. And so it tells you like comparable domains sold at that value. So like what people do a lot is that they actually buy a lot of names, and that's why you see a lot of websites that don't have anything on them, and it's because people buy them and then resell them to get profit off that. So you'll see that a lot when you're looking for your own name. You'll see like you go into a website.com and then you'll see that it doesn't really show anything except just like a little bit like ads and stuff, like not really like a page. That means that someone's actually got it just to sell it. So the way you could like buy it off them is either through like like a domain hosting, like a domain service type of website where they put their website on sale there, that if you're interested in buying it. So like let's say Zuma's, oh, we want to get that name. It sounds really cool. I feel like it represents my brand and I want to get the .com. So like let's go to I prefer Google Domains over GoDaddy, by the way. It's a lot more better, smoother experience, I think, and that's why I would prefer a lot more. I've used both, by the way. So Zumas.com is already registered. So usually I would skip getting this name because of the .com is not available, but the other extensions are available. So like it's kind of like really hard. Like that's why I said it's kind of hard to come up with a name because it's most of the time it's already taken. So like either adding like another word or changing maybe something in the word. So like Suma, it has to be something also that kind of like represents your brand in a way, and also like that people could like type it up. If a person doesn't really know how to type that up very easy, it's going to be really hard for them to find your name on Google, for example. So you want something to be like very easy to type, and also very that it's not like that tricky to type up if you tell it to someone. Like if you tell someone to type up this your brand name and then they end up typing up like totally different one, you should consider changing it. So what about like Zoomore? Let's check out Zoomore maybe. So Zoomore.com is already registered. So either way, um, let's see if we could come up with another one right now. Zoomoro. Zoo. Zoo has to do with animals, of course, and then zoology, 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 zoo. Oh no, I put zoology. Zoo. That has too many O's. It's pretty funny. Oh, zoology is cool, but it's taken. I think. Yeah, it's taken. So either way, once you find your name, sorry for wasting your time and trying to look up, trying to make up something right now. So either way, when you find your name, buy the .com for sure. You need that for sure. And if you have like more money to start off with, you should get the most important ones, which is the .org, .net, .us, .info. Those are the most well-known ones. Following that, it goes like really like into depth into like .group, .world, .city, .store, .school. These are really good because if you want like a user to go to your store, let's say zoology.store, you could just get that domain and then redirect it to your actual store, like zoology.com/store. You don't have to tell people to go to zoology.com/store. Like that's a lot more typing to the user. So you would rather want them to type zoology.store instead. That'll be a lot more easier and convenient for the user. So that's why these extensions are here for users to remember it better and to type it and insert it a lot faster. So consider that like in the future, creating that. So once you're done with getting the domain .com, .net, and all that, so you purchase it for a year. So what now? Next is that you create your accounts for all the like social media, like Twitch, Facebook. You create a page dedicated to that, to your brand name, and Instagram, Twitter, all the social media platforms. And if a new social media platform comes up, also create one for that one. Just make sure that you do that like right away, that you're aware of that before like someone else takes the name. So that's important. So let's say your name is taken on like the social media platforms. There's ways that you can request it if like the user hasn't used it like in a long time. They might help like the customer support for that social media platform, but it just depends. I try to do it on Twitter, but it was really like difficult to do it, so I just like left it. Maybe create like another extension, like an add-on to your name for those social media platforms if they're mostly taken, but try to take that name into those platforms. So you could show people that you own those platform, like the name for the platform, and also you could ask people that own the platform, like if they're willing to sell it to you, if you have the money to do that. So yeah, hopefully you guys liked my first episode on starting your brand and continuing on with your brand and how to start it with your name. So leave a like if you did, and leave in the comments of what do you like to see next. So for the next one, peace out.